A reading from the Gospel of St. John. It's chapter 2, verses 1 to 12, and it's entitled, The Wedding Feast at Cana. 3 days later, there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee. The mother of Jesus was there, and Jesus and his disciples had also been invited. When they ran out of wine, since the wine provided for the wedding was all finished, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." Jesus said, "Woman, why turn to me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." There were 6 stone water jars standing there, meant for the ablutions that are customary among the Jews. Each could hold about 20 gallons or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." And they filled them to the brim. "Draw some out now," he told them, "and take it to the steward." They did this, and the steward tasted the water, and it had turned into wine. Having no idea where it came from, only the servants who drew the water knew, the steward called the bridegroom and said, "People generally serve the best wine first and keep the cheaper sort till the guests have had plenty to drink. But you have kept the best wine till now." This was the first of the signs given by Jesus. It was given at Cana in Galilee, and he let his glory be seen, and the disciples believed in him. After this, he went down to Capernaum with his mother and the brothers, but they stayed there only a few days. The Gospel of the Lord. So this is John's account of the first week of the public ministry of Jesus. And he's very careful about saying it was 3 days after something and 2 days after that. So we're coming to the end of the first week. And here you've got this extraordinary scene at a wedding wake, a wedding gathering, a wedding reception. And Jesus and his disciples have been invited. But the key person there is Mary, showing the role of Mary in the early church, the role of Mary in her intercession and her relationship with her son Jesus. Because she was a woman and she was very sensitive, as women are, and intuitive, and she could see that the wine at the wedding was running out. And she knew in the culture that if that happened, it would be an acute embarrassment to the young couple. And being such a lovely woman as she was, she turned to Jesus and said, "They have no wine, it's running out." And he just says, "But woman," and that was the type of it. It was sort of an expression that they used in those days. Woman meant not just mother, it meant woman. She was the mother of all people. She was the second Eve. That's why he said woman. And that my hour has not yet come. Now the hour for Jesus meant the beginning of his passion, the beginning of the great redemptive work he'd come to do. And here now, before, he had been going around talking a bit, but the disciples and everyone thought, well, this is the carpenter's son. This is an ordinary person, but he has a wonderful gift of speech. And they had seen nothing extraordinary about him. And she is asking him, his mother, to take this first step that will set in train a sequence of events that will bring him to the cross. That's his hour. And Mary says, "You must accept it." And there's no discussion. She just turns to the servants and says, "Go and fill the water jars." And they do it. And then she said, "Draw them out now." And so Jesus then says, "Draw the water out," and it's changed into wine. And everyone is amazed. The whole wedding reception is transformed because this wine is a symbol of great joy and a symbol of great fruitfulness. And that scene is transformed by the presence of Jesus and his mother. As our lives are also affected in our faith and belief in him and the way we turn to Mary from time to time with the Hail Mary, praying for her intercession in our lives. And so the people rejoice, the wine is drunk, and Jesus then is the first, as it said, of his signs, the first of the wonders that began to open the eyes of the people, that this Jesus is extraordinary, this Jesus is unique, this Jesus is special, and this Jesus is part of your life and mine, part of the ordinary things we do. That's what our faith teaches us. And like changes the normal things, like the normal housework, the normal sufferings we have, the normal joys, transforms them into a wonderful prayer, just as he changed or transformed the ordinary water into the richness of wine. So that's the lesson for us. No matter who we are or where we are, what's happening to us in our lives, it's Jesus with his mother who can transform and uplift and sustain and strengthen us, no matter what our age, no matter what our state of being may be. So we get strength from this, and we can just sit quietly now for a moment and maybe just say in our hearts the Hail Mary, or just say, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for me now at the hour of my death. Amen.